bit of the first part. I tried to have them stall as much time as possible, but they couldn't wait, and we're gonna hop into another codcasting video. Let me just get rid of that toolbar right now, and the teams are gonna be Quasar, Wizard, Complex, and Jimmy versus Chris, Chris Legit, Tarek, and Killer. And you see, which is, so it's gonna be Team Gunskill versus Team Redwood 0-11. Team Redwood 0-11. I'm just gonna call them Team Redwood, and we're gonna be hopping on with evac. And with this map, I expect it to go in the way. I actually expect this first map to go in the way of Team Gunskill, just because of the strong ARs they have on their team. The ARs on Team Gunskill are probably the best ARs in the lobby, consisting of Complex and Quasar. They're the top ARs in the game. Even though this is a sub-dominant map, they do have a Wizard, who is a phenomenal sub-player. And then on the other team, we have Chris, another phenomenal sub-player. Legit, a great sub-player as well. So it's basically the ARs versus subs on each map. Who's going to dominate which side? Tarek was in our last one, and he seemed to have gotten offended when I said he was an OK player. So this time, I don't really care though. Yeah, Tarek's an OK player. He's not too great. He's about, I would say he's less than my skill level, or maybe less than my skill level, or slightly around. And then we have Killer. Killer's around the same skill level as you're gonna see Jimmy over here. And for overall skill, I'd put the lead into Team Gunskill, because they have 3 top phenomenal players, and Team Red One, in my mind, only really has 2 phenomenal players, and 2 phenomenal players, an OK player, and then a player that's kind of just there in Killer Sniper. But we always want to look for Killer Sniper to see if he can step up to the mold, if he can be one of the best, because there are times when Killer begins to step up and do better than everybody else. And same thing with Jimmy over here. Jimmy always ends up performing well. Jimmy ends up performing extremely well a lot of the or not extremely well. Jimmy can step up when he's needed to. He usually does. He ends up performing well when their backs are against the wall, or when he doesn't feel pressured as much. He's not one of the guys for 1v1 pressure. For Search and Destroy, I'm going to have to give the advantage to, even though it's not in Search and Destroy, I'm going to predict this series to go 3, it depends on whoever wins this map. If Team Red One wins this map, I'm saying this series is going all the way, and I'm saying this series is going 3-2 in favor of Team Gunskill, because I feel like they have a much bigger advantage in the S&Ds. But if Team Gunskill ends up winning this map, then I say they probably win this. They probably take this 3-1, because I feel like they'll probably end up winning it 3-1, 3-2. Either way, 3-1, 3-2. Either way, I just see them taking the S&Ds. But just looking at the stats overall right now, Jimmy was doing well. I want to see how he's doing right now. I just saw him play a phenomenal game before this, but I actually want to see how Chris is playing, because Chris, a phenomenal sub, and we want to hop on with him. How could we not, when he just, when he plays so well between Chris and Legit, or Chris and Malik. I expect Malik them to really take over in this sub-dominant, on a sub-dominant map like this. I expect their subs to just take control. I expect their subs to really just take control and have a huge advantage over their competition in this game mode. We see Team Redwood go up 102 to 75. Team Gunskill does have the hill right now. They do have the current advantage. We're gonna hop in Jimmy. Jimmy's kind of gonna be the hill boy here. He's gonna be looking to get the most time on the team. You're gonna be expecting him to have the most time on the team. Wizard's also a phenomenal sub. I haven't showed him any love. And when Wizard and Jimmy when Jimmy's keeping up with the sub sling power on the other team, you know this is gonna end up being a great game, because you know Complex with this HVK. Complex is phenomenal with all ARs. He really likes those automatic guns, though. He says he's not a big fan of the burst weapons. He's gonna get shut down by Killer there, and then we're gonna see they're gonna have spawns. Team Redwood's gonna have spawns throughout this going into this next hill, where I want to hop on with Tarek, as Tarek does have that Tempest. I want to see if he decides to use it here, maybe try to help their team break into the hill, but it looks like he's just going to be kind of like staying back, looking for the anchor, making sure no one's trying to flank. But Team Gunskill wants none of that. They don't want to flank, they just want to rush right into the hill and outgun their opponents. But with the spawns being in favor of Team Redwood, they're gonna have a much easier chance of getting into the hill. But not when Wizard's shooting like this. Wizard's gonna pick up the heat wave. He's gonna heat wave his teammates. Actually, none of his teammates seem to fall. I'd say that's very fortunate. And going into the last 20 seconds of this hill, Team Gunskill is going to have most of the control, and I feel like this is where they really need to surprise us. We're going to see Tarek move towards the back of this hill, looking to pick up spawns, looking to kill this player off of the rotation that you see highlighted right here. It's Jimmy. Jimmy's going to win that gunfight. That's a gunfight that you kind of have to win if you're Tarek, but it doesn't really matter because you're going to see legit spawn back here, or you're going to see legit play back here, and Tarek's going to spawn up right next to you, even though he is going to fall. But all the pressure exerted on to Team 0-11, they're going to get spawned out already. They rotated all that way. You can't let that happen. You can't rotate early and somehow not get control of the hill. If you're going to rotate early, that's one of those things where it's like you're rotating early. It's one of those things where if you're going to rotate early, you have to have control of the hill. You have to make sure, because like you're giving up those last 10 seconds, those last 20 seconds, so you can have an advantage on the next hill, so you can get 60 on the next. And when you're in a situation like this where you're not going to end up getting 60 on the next hill because you can't win gunfights when you're rotating, then there's no point in rotating at all. You might as well just sit back and let the other team go in. And you're going to see them all begin to rotate. I would definitely be sending someone to pick up that scrap time, and that's exactly what Wiz is going to do. This player right here, though, Tarek, I don't know what he's doing, pushing 2 seconds to the last hill. I don't know if he's trying to, like, get the spawns back here, if he's trying to influence the spawns. Personally, for this hill, I don't think spawns really matter. Like, the spawns they have right now certainly don't help, because they're going to be spawning. If I pull up the big map, they're going to be spawning near the top of the map where you see it up there in that back corner, or where you just saw Tarek spawn in that back building over there. And you're going to see Complex pull out of sight. Tarek's going to waste his Tempest right there. And Killer's the next closest one. He's close to that Purifier. We're going to look to see legit, get that active camo. And then on this team, we're going to watch Wizard try to get that heat wave. And Quasar actually has streaks. I didn't even notice it. Quasar actually got a Wraith. Oh boy, I should have been hopping on him, noticing right now that Quasar's on a 9 streak. Quasar being on a 9 streak, that's actually huge for his team. He already got his Wraith. He's good, and I don't know how impactful the Wraith's going to be on this map. I don't know if they're going to take the time. I actually want to switch over to their team to see if any of them are taking the time. Tarek actually is taking the time to try to shoot it out. He's going to pull out that one class. Well, he's taking the time to shoot it out. The rest of his team is going to go in. They all need to pull out EMPs here, though, because that Cerberus is in the hill, and there goes Quasar's Wraith. Quasar's Wraith is going to pick up Chris, and this is where it's scary to have a player like Quasar on your, like, on the opposite team, when Quasar can just go in like this, pick up some streaks, and there's going to be a lightning strike called in, and that wasn't even Quasar's. And it looks like they're just going to proceed to switch teams. I don't know what's going on here. Maybe a restart of the map. I'm not sure. I'm definitely going to be looking into that. I'm going to see if, I'm not sure if it might have been something in game. I certainly didn't notice it. Maybe they're just saying that they're giving up, or I don't know what it could be. I personally didn't see any, like, anything of foul, like, I didn't see any, like, foul play or anything that they shouldn't have done on, like, I didn't see anything that they shouldn't have done on their team. Like, I didn't see anybody lagging, or I don't even know, like, I don't even understand why they would switch teams. Tarek's the only one to not switch teams, but just looking at their team, near the end of that game, they were all getting outslayed except for Chris. Chris was the only one really pulling his weight on the team, and you can't have that. You can't have one person pull their weight on the team and have everybody else just drop down. It's like, you can't do that. You can't have one person being the only one even semi-close to go positive when the rest of your team is being outslayed, and especially on a map like Redwood, or not on a map like Redwood, especially on a map like Evac, where you figure it would favor the team with the more dominant subs, and the team with the more dominant subs was Redwood 0-11. I'm certainly not sure what's happening. I'm definitely going to be checking in on that right now as we speak. Nah. Did the lobby drop, or was I just kicked out? I don't know if they're going to go play on a different host if something happened. You guys are gonna have to bear through this. with me because you guys know about as much as I do when it comes to this. Or when it comes to like what they're doing. I have absolutely no idea. Uh, I have no idea what it could possibly be, and I'm unintentionally giving this man a shout out. Juan 29, you're welcome for the shout out. I expect one in return. Frankenstein, not in my team needs me. Okay, so I'm actually okay. It looks like they're inviting me back now. I think it might have just been a host change. Maybe it was just a host change. Oh no, it looks like they just forfeited the map. It looks like it's just gonna be a forfeit of the map. They're gonna quit. They're gonna say no, we don't want to play anymore. And it looks like we're gonna move on to the next one, which is gonna be a breach S&D by the looks of it. And that game going in the favor of Team Gunskill. That's definitely gonna be a nuisance with them with that going in the favor of Team Gunskill. That's gonna affect them in almost every way possible. Because I honestly expected. Hold on, if I look at the teams right here, Team Gunskill. Just looking at their teams, which is the top 4 players except for Chris. Just looking at their team, you would expect them to lose the hard point. Yeah, I'd be expecting them to lose that hard point. I know they have the more dominant ARs. They have the more dominant ARs, but I don't think an AR really matters on a sub-dominated map. Well, I guess with the HVK being buffed, then it's... I guess with the HVK being buffed, that it kind of makes it AR viable. But I'm not sure, so I'm just going to say that Team Gunskill is up 1-0. Is Team Gunskill still there? Are these still the right teams? Yeah, it looks like Team Gun... Yeah, these look like they're the right teams. Okay, and it looks like we're going to have a fellow spectator real quick. And I'm just going to have to... I'm going to need you to mute your mic, Hydra, because I'm making a video. But shouts out to Hydra Leon, as we're gonna be waiting for them to finish the specialist draft so we can see which ones they picked. Unfortunately, you can't see exactly what they did. You can't see exactly what they're picking right now because bend and protect is not enabled. But you know, it's chill. I don't think you can really counter each other's picks in this because I'm expecting some standard picks. I'm expecting Wiz to get Heat Wave. I'm expecting Legit to get Heat Wave. Maybe Chris to get Active. Tarek to get, I'd say Psychosis. Or, no, I expect Tarek to get Glitch and Killer Psychosis. Wiz is probably going to take Heat Wave. Quasar, Psychosis, Jimmy, Active Camo, and Complex Glitch. And, okay, no, I was completely wrong. It looks like instead of going with... What did they get? They picked Overdrive instead of Psychosis. I don't like the pick of Overdrive because I feel like whenever you use Overdrive, you're either going to get First Blood or First Blood. And on this map, when a lot of it's just getting set up on both sides, even on your defensive sides, like the other team usually either goes middle or goes onto one of the things and pre-aims that. So maybe you could see one of them like Overdrive into Construction or do something fancy like that. But I'm really not sure. I'm not sure if something like that will end up happening. As we're gonna hop on with Quasar real quick. Quasar's got the sniper rifle. Maybe he'll look to hit a quick little dinger over here. Maybe he'd be able to shut down that player. Nope. Chris is gonna get a pick on the other side though. And remembering how talented Chris is with the sniper rifle, I think I'm gonna have to switch over here. See if he's able to find another one. He's in a... Is this registering right? He's in a 2v1. Okay, I was just looking at that the wrong way. So a 2v1 on the favor of 2v1 on the favor of Team Redwood. We're gonna see Chris with the Clantag Tony over here. I see you. I see you.
Do it again.
He's gonna be looking for a sniper rifle pick, and that's a teammate. That's a teammate. So everybody on their team got 1 kill, and we're looking solid. We're looking solid. Complex is gonna jump out, look to get the kill, not able to pick it up, and he's gonna lose a 2v1.
Switching sides.
A lot of people, oh well, B, yeah. So B is definitely the favored bomb site on this map, as you can see it at the top part of your map right there. they're going to be looking to go to B, and you see this player all the way up here, Chris. He's going to be going into second hard point, just looking for a pick, even though the rest of his team is just going down the middle of the map. And fortunately for them, it's actually going to work out. Next round, I really want to put some emphasis, or next offensive round, I really do want to put some emphasis on the player that died, Killer Sniper, because from personal experience playing against Killer, he really likes to play in that middle box area with that submachine gun. You're going to see Weed hit all of those shots, laying down the one burst, and Weed's now in a 1v2. 1v2 instead of a 1v3. This could be a 1v3 clutch for Weed. Huge momentum turner for Team Gunskill, being able to momentumly put them back into the game. This is where we're going to see Weed looking for the flank around, looking to wrap around, maybe kill this player Tarek, maybe kill this player Legit. Legit's gonna miss some shots. He's gonna get shot at. Weed's not gonna lay anything down. Chris is right beside this player. I don't like this setup. Chris is getting ready to trade. He is watching their cut, but I feel like these players should be playing a lot closer together. If Chris looks at this at the right time, he should catch the player off guard. He's gonna jump up. Chris is gonna be able to shoot him, and he probably would have died from fall damage anyway, even if Chris didn't kill him right there. And you're gonna see Team Redwood 0-11 go up 2-0. And if you don't know, the reason it's called Team Redwood 0-11 is because Quasar on the other team, who is currently 0-2 right now, went 0-11 on Redwood S&D. Redwood S&D, he went 0-11. Chris also went 0-11. And if you don't know, 0-11 is the worst possible thing you can get, because there's only maximum 11 rounds. And yeah, so the absolute worst you can do is 0-11. I said I was going to highlight Killer right here, as Killer is going to go into this mid box. He's going to get shut down by Jimmy, though. That's going to be in favor of Team Gunskill. Team Gunskill now has a 4v1, and this is a swing round in my opinion. I feel like if they get this, they're probably going up 4-0, not just 3-0. And I feel like this is a round that Gunskill needs to win, and that's a choked kill by Chris. That's a kill that you have to pick up if you're Chris. Tarek's just going to be laying down some shots. They're all going to be weak down here, especially Wiz looking able to put a... Wiz is just going to slide in, go to put it down, but Complex is going to pick up the kill on Tarek. And a choked kill from Chris might just end up costing them, or it did end up costing them that round, actually. Leaving him in a 3v1 situation. Leaving them in a 3v1 situation and making their team... Yeah, yeah, you guys get the point. Leaving him in a 3v1 situation and enabling their team to be able to pick up that round. Choke gunfight by Chris as he runs out of ammo. Probably should have reloaded his gun before he tried to slide in there. And I want to hop on with... I said I was going to hop on with Killer. Here he is. We're going to hop on with Killer. Maybe Killer's going to be able to slide in, maybe pick up a kill. We're actually going to see Weed up here. Weed's hitting this over the top wall run. I'm not sure if Weed realizes that everyone can hear him whenever he does that. He's quite loud. We're going to see this player just try to get off. 4v2. They do have bomb down. That is in their favor. I actually want to hop on with this player, Tarek, because I feel like the player in front of him, Killer, I feel like Killer's going to fall. Killer's actually able to pick up one before he falls. He's going to make that player one shot. Tarek, oh, there was a chance for Tarek to clutch that. I feel like if Tarek would have been able to finish that first guy and then maybe get back into the room, leaving it in a 1v1, I feel like Killer actually went huge, being able to pick up a kill and make the other one extremely weak. And we're going to see it tied up 2-2. And in my mind, this is a map that Team Redwood 0-11 has to win. If they don't win this map, I feel like the series may very well go in the opposite favor, because in the respawns... Because in a respawn, when you have players like Quasar and Complex, who are absolute dominant ARs, who are absolutely dominant ARs in general, and are able to just absolutely force their way through engagements with their AR strength. Because in my mind, there's not a person on the other team that can challenge their ARs. They have the best ARs in the group. And you're going to actually see Complex so confident in his AR. He's going to challenge Chris's sniper with it. Chris is going to be a little bit weak. He's going to call out that Chris is weak up there. Wiz is going to challenge it. And so Chris definitely should have called out that he was top green. Wiz just going to be able to fly all the way around. Wiz gets 3 already. Can he find the 4th? He's going to be shut down. Complex actually fall off the map. That's going to leave him in 1v2. Will he be able to find it? No. He's going to walk right in front of Jimmy. And Team Gunskill going to win 3 straight to bring him back into this game. Huge kill by Jimmy here. Jimmy's going to be able to know that he's there, and I feel like after Complex fell off the map, I got a little bit worried there, thinking maybe, just maybe that player was going to be able to clutch up. And I actually want to hop on with Tarek this round. Yeah, we're already on Tarek. I want to hop on with Tarek this round as... look at that camo. That actually looks really nice. Good job, Tarek. I'm proud of you. But I'm going to hop on with Tarek this round as I feel like Tarek has something to prove. He watched my last videos, heard where I only said he was okay, and he seemed to be a tad upset. He seemed to be a tad upset that I said he was an okay player, so it looks like he's going to be looking to maybe... I'm not going to say he's just looking to buff his stats. They're going to be looking to push all the way through. Tarek's going to be expecting some of them to flank around, but that's not what's going to happen at all. They are going to be flanking around, but they're just going to be able to pinch in. Complex is going to find two. Will he be able to find the third? Complex does find the third. They realize all of them are dead. Tarek's the only one left, and Tarek's all the way across the map. That's something you can't do. I'm not sure if Tarek realizes that if he would have watched it from back palace, he would have had a much better advantage to be able to help his team trade the kills. 4v1, Tarek's left in, and Tarek's going to get hit by the sniper, a Quasar. We're going to be able to see that in the kill cam. But Complex was absolutely huge, picking up 3. Quasar just quick scoping through. He sees him right there. He's gonna scope in a little bit more than he did last time. Be able to pick up an easy kill on Tarek inside of Broken.
Switching operation ready point.
And I want to hop on with Tarek again. On defense, I feel like his position... Oh no, it looks like he's going to switch off to a sub. Not sure if I still want to hop on with him. So I think I'm going to hop on with Chris, actually. Chris's sniper rifle. See all the players on Team Redwood going negative here. Killer's going to pick up a first blood. I said we should watch out for Killer. Legit's going to be able to trade it. Complex is going to trade that. Tarek's going to be able to trade his kill. Almost getting gunned there by Complex. Almost showing him who the real AR is. Complex always says that the best AR always prevails. Will he be able to prove it here? Quasar's going to be able to shut him down. Complex, or no, Quasar's going to get shut down by Chris with the sub. I actually really want to see this. I'm not sure if Chris was weak. He didn't really take any bullets from, like, Quasar didn't really take any bullets from the opposing player. And it seems like every time I podcast this, where it's going to go on YouTube, somebody ends up getting mapped. But this was a tad bit worse, as Quasar was mapped off of the head glitch. And I actually didn't realize how well Complex is playing. 9 and 5, not on a streak at the moment. Chris also not on a streak. I don't know if this is working. We're gonna hop on with Complex. Complex looking to be the main AR setup. Who's this player lying in the back? Actually, Complex gonna call in this HC. Never mind. I don't want to end up switching off. That's Tarek lying in the back, by the way. They're just gonna be looking to back off the bomb. They're gonna be looking back off the bomb site. That's a retake, and now they're gonna have to wrap all the way back around to A, because they're not gonna be able to take this, especially after Chris falls down to a 2v4, and this is going phenomenally in the way of Team Gunskill, going down 2-0, about to win 5 rounds straight. They went to, oh no, never mind, they didn't win 5 rounds straight, but yeah, going down 2-0. Now the score is 5-3. In the past 6 rounds, they've won 5 out of them, and that's a stat that can't really happen. Everything's possible, especially with players on your team. Actually, Tarek just was it Tarek? Yeah, Tarek just yesterday ended up coming back with 5-1. It was either a 5-1 or a 5-2 deficit. He's going to be able to come back. Nobody's going to pick up the bomb there. That's going to leave Jimmy a little bit far behind. This might actually benefit them. As you see Legit running straight through. I don't think a player saw him. Legit's going to pre-fire that dead body. They definitely noticed that he's on the flank. And this round should 100% go in the way of Team Redwood. Jimmy's got his heat wave. That's going to be able to benefit him. Oh, Jimmy's actually going to use his heat wave to tie up the game here. 2-2. It's 100% possible. Legit's going to be able to trade that kill, though. He sees the player back there. Weed's going to be able to pick up one. He's going to overdrive. I think he's overdriving to try to get to a better position. Overdriving. They're going to run right into each other right here. And Legit's able to clutch a 1v1. So many specialists wasted on the side of Team Gunskill. Like, it doesn't even really make sense why they would use all of those specialists in that situation. Weed uses his overdrive. Yeah, Weed used his overdrive. I'm pretty sure Jimmy used his heat wave. I don't know how close Complex is to his specialist, actually. Yeah, it looks like Complex used his active recently. Quasar's the only one that hasn't used his, and his is glitch, so it's not really going to help his team. Might help him get away from a situation, save his life. It looks like he's just going to be saving it, and we're going to see all of them go over to A. I don't think he's going to call out that there's anyone going over to A, and this might just be a free bomb plant. They're going to say that they don't see anyone mid-map. And no, they have to know it's A now as Wiz sees that there's no one at B. Quasar's going to be able to pick up a kill. Now they definitely know it's A. Quasar's going to be able to pick up 2. Quasar's going to get 3. And what a way to close out the game. Quasar being able to get 3. He's got to find 2 here. And Wiz is going to slide right around the corner, pick up 1. And 6-4 win. That's going to be a win for Team Gunskill over Team Redwood. And good job to Team Gunskill. Showing that they do have the superior Gunskill, clearly, after picking up 2 maps off a Team Redwood, and now Team Gunskill is, or Team Redwood is put up on match point. They're gonna have to win this uplink, and just seeing the players on their team, seeing the players on each team,
back to boot camp.
I favored Team Gunskill in the S&D. I favored Team Gunskill and the uplink, and those were the only 2 maps that I favored them in. I feel like if Team Redwood is able to take this uplink, then they are going to be able to surpass. I don't want to say surpass. I feel like if Team Redwood is able to take this uplink, then they're going to be able to. They are going to be able to. They're going to be able to make a comeback. They're going to be able to have a chance to make the reverse sweep. The S&D was kind of close, 6-4. 6-4. Hydra actually sending a message to the group saying the teams aren't fair. I think that's wrong. I think the teams are fair. One team is just getting outplayed by the other one. Like, the teams are fair. Like, it's not like the games haven't been close. It's not like the games haven't been close. Just looking at the teams are completely fair. Having legit Chris, and it looks like a player's going to leave. I don't actually know. I don't really know who left there. I'm not sure, but I don't think it's possible for somebody to say that the teams aren't fair. It doesn't make sense to say that the teams aren't fair. It's like, look how close the games have been. Maybe the first one wasn't so close, but that's only because Quasar went off. They're saying Wiz, Complex, and Quasar are on the same team. That's why it's not fair. I think that's completely wrong. Hold on, I actually checked something right here, and it looks like... So, Black Ops is going to be this greenish team. So I'm pretty sure if I'm looking at this right, I'm going to have to switch up the names real quick. We're going to go over to Cutcaster. We're going to go over to Team 1. Team... how can I do this? Oh my god, I'm not going to be able to change it. I'm not going to be able to change it. I'm not going to be able to change it. I'm not going to be able to change it. Oh well, okay. No, the teams are switched up. I'm not going to be able to fix that. Team Wiz, Chris, Legit, and Complex are now Team Gunskill. I guess technically I could leave the game, fix it, then join back midway through, but I'd rather just have the team name be mixed up for one map, which might just possibly be the last map, than have to go and restart the entire thing. And we're going to have to... So there's nothing so remember guys, keep in mind that the teams are switched. And with the color things, I really do wish they would fix that, where they would fix the colors, like the contrast. It looks kind of weird whenever you see the players on each side. Like, it's kind of hard to tell because of the way it changes it. Looking at Infection Uplink here, and on Infection Uplink, I think, yeah, I'm gonna say this is gonna end up being a 3-0. Did Killer and Wizard switch teams? I'm not sure if they're gonna switch back or if this is gonna be a restart. I'm not sure if they noticed that, because at this point I don't think I don't think teams are fair at all. Seeing a Wizard, and I don't understand the point of that in the first place, and it looks like players are beginning to leave. Error, lost connection to host. That's always cool. So while we're still here, I'm gonna end up switching the team. We're gonna go over here, and we're gonna switch this back. You guys are enjoying the behind the scenes here. Just make it red. This purple looks better. Oh no, I know what it is. That. here, and we're gonna join up. Please tell me they did not just switch back after I just fixed it. Let's see, so this is gunskill. Purple team is Redwood 111. This is, hold on, let me check something. Oh, well, and they put it on host select. I am no longer allowed to check to make sure this is all fixed. By the looks of it, we're actually waiting on one player. Okay, so purple team is which team? Purple team is Redwood 111. Okay, look how smart they are. What a bunch of smart cookies over here. And we're just gonna wait for them to switch teams. Yep, teams switched. Waiting for Tarek to switch teams. Come on, Tarek. Whoever's starting up the game. Chris, don't be ignorant. Okay, there we go. Teams are fair. There we go, guys. Yeah, you guys thought I was gonna be in trouble. You thought I had messed it up. I know what I'm doing here. I know how to fix things. I know how to fix the big man things. I'm pretty darn intelligent. But in this, I'm gonna expect. I'm assuming what they normally do is they say no active, no overdrive because they're either free dunks or they extremely help you get a dunk, and they want it to be you get some down, then you get a dunk. Because active is basically a free dunk with how easy it is to be able to sneak past people. Like it takes some real skill to be able to stop somebody, an active player, from basically getting a dunk in. And I'm gonna say this is gonna end up being a 3-0. I predicted a 3-1, a 3-2, but oh no, I take that back. I mostly predicted a 3-1. I expected them to take this respawn. I didn't expect them to take the first respawn though. That's what really surprised me. The reason I expected it to be a 3-2 is because if Team Redwood ended up taking the evac, then they wouldn't be down 2-1 right now, or they'd be down, or it'd be tied 1-1 right now instead of Team Gunskill being up 2-0. And I expected Team Gunskill to win this, and if they actually do end up winning this, then it's over. It's going to be another 3-0, and apparently all I can cast is 3-0s, which is phenomenal, apparently. Apparently I'm the 3-0 caster, which is pretty cool. And here's what I want to see out of each team. I think it's pretty obvious what we're going to have. We're going to have Complex and Quasar. I actually want to hop on with Complex, so neither one of them are winning Elo. That's cool. We're going to see Complex lay down some shots already. Beautiful shots. Broken control is what I think is absolutely huge. I think whoever has controlled Broken has the biggest advantage in the game. And with the ARs, maybe I stand corrected, as there's 3 down already. They are on good side, though. Will he be able to find this? That should have been a 2, actually. Just going to settle for the 1. No, never mind. There were 2 behind him. 1 makes sense. Just going to settle for the 1. Already up 1-0 on good side. They are on good side, though, so please remember that. It's not like they're on bad side or anything. We're going to see Chris set up here. Chris is going to be looking for some kills, actually. Not expecting them both to be right there on the stats. His teammate's going to call him out. Chris is going to find 1. Chris is going to find 2. Chris is going to find 3. Can he be stopped? They're going to pick up the ball. Not going to be able to bring it Broken. They need to hurry. This should be a 1. If they don't waste any more time, it is going to be a 1. Could have been a 2. Chris going absolutely in. He's finally going to get shut down by Quasar. Getting really close to streaks, but then legit's going to find 2 as well. I expected the slaying to go in the favor of the team with the most ARs, but when subs are taking over, Jimmy's going to find 2. Being able to pull his team back into this game, help him get some map control. Most of the map control is in favor of Team Redwood over here, and Jimmy's just going to go all the way around. Oh, or he's going to psych him out, make it look like he's going around. Making him put a player there just in case there is a player to his left. If I'm Jimmy, I'm throwing it to that player. This could be a 2. Nope, just going to settle for the 1. And it's 2-1 in favor of the team that is on the good side, but just them having points up on the bad side. He's going to get absolutely gunned by Complex. Complex showing them some skill. They're going to be going for the shot over the wall, and they have to get these players out of their base. I would not throw that out. Don't throw it out when the other team has mid-map control. Like, I figured out, especially from people that watch competitive all the time. they would know that you don't want to throw the ball out unless you have min-map control. You kind of want to hold it, because if the other team's all dead, or if you stop a push, but the other team's like there, there's no point, because you can hold the ball out, and a decent player should be able to throw it out before you die. There's no reason to throw it out, because then you're just giving the other team the ball back. It doesn't really make any sense. And you're gonna see Tarek get absolutely shut down by Wiz. And we're gonna I actually want to hop on the with the ball carrier right here. Jimmy's just gonna be bringing it back to his base. It looks like they're gonna take it to wrap around. Who's this blocker here? Who's this blocker? It looks like his blocker is Quasar. Quasar, I think, is gonna be a great blocker. Legit's gonna be right here. Jimmy's just gonna throw it off, knowing that they have nothing there. The other team has mid-map control again, but at that point, that's one of the reasons that I think you have to throw it off. Because even though the other team has mid-map control, you're put down. Weed's actually a phenomenal AR too, by the way. So with they're currently running the 3-1 split. Jimmy, their only sub, and it looks like that's kind of working out. And Quasar's gonna sink what, in my opinion, is one of the hardest ones to hit in the game. Between this and the top barn over the crow one, it's one of the hardest ones, and this is where I see that it has to go on in Team Gunskill's favor when they have these ARs just absolutely pummeling the other team. Wiz gonna shut down Killer there. I'm pretty sure Killer actually might have used his heat wave. Let's hop on with him. No, Killer did not use his heat wave. Killer actually has Tempest. Killer's rocking that Tempest. And we already have, oh no, actually Wiz does not have his specialist. He's gonna end up using it, but they are gonna get a point out of it. And they're gonna be up on bad side. Killer's gonna be able to pick up a kill, maybe looking for some more. They're on good side. They really need to get a lead here. I would say even if it's like the difference between this, it's not a huge difference, but it's definitely a difference when it comes to just straight spawn trapping and rallying them in. And that's going to be 3 down. This has to end up, see, this is the difference. This is the difference right here. Because you can just sit here, have your players pick it off. You're going to see this player go in, look for the 2, and he's going to find it. And that's a big 2 right there. Not wanting to go for the tie of the game. He wants the lead on good side. Makes sense. You're going to see this player set up with the side. Are they going to go for the 2, or are they just going to hit the 1? But it is going to fall in. He's going to get shut down. Brilliant plays by there, bringing them from being down 2-3 to being up 5-3. Could have been even worse if that player wasn't able to stop it. And this is why you see this side favored, the side that Team Redwood is on right now. This is why you see that side favored, because it's so easy to sit here and rally, especially when your team is slaying out like they are. You see them say that that the teams are unfair. You see Team Gunskill kind of bragging, saying that their team is unfair. But when you look at the slaying right now, the slaying's all in favor of Team Redwood, and I think the scoreline should be higher with how large of a gap the slaying is in.
Halftime.
They're currently out slaying by a lot. Or not even a lot. They're outslaying by maybe 5, maybe 8 points. It's not a huge margin, but it's a good margin. Being outslaying by, especially going into the bad side, they might even have to pick up the slaying even more than they already are. You're gonna see Quasar pick up a kill. Chris is gonna be able to respond on Quasar. Jimmy's actually gonna team kill right there. That could be crucial. Excuse me for the hiccups. He's going to be able to pick up a kill. We're going to be looking to, he's going to miss all of his bullets there. The flinch seems to be a little bit too strong for him. And Legit's the only one left. Will he be able to find these kills? He is going to find one. He's going to get shot at from the side. He is going to be able to trade though. And then we're going to try to push it through broken side actually. Which, it's not the worst idea if you're just looking for getting 1s. But for getting 2s, I don't see them being able to do this. He's going to look for the interception, not going to find it. You're gonna see these players actually bump into each other. That's actually huge because that could have stopped it. He's gonna make his teammate go back there, even when he does have the sights. He's gonna get heat wave for sight. Fair trade to me. Chris is gonna get them both. That possibly just stopped them from getting a dunk. He's gonna get shut down. Jimmy's on the flank here. Jimmy's gonna find 1. Jimmy's gonna find 2. Jimmy's gonna be able to look for the 3rd. Gonna get shut down though. Killer's gonna find him with the Tempest. Is this Killer right here? Killer has the Tempest. Killer's gonna find another one. Can he find some more? Open it up even more than it is. He doesn't realize that a player snuck right by him. They're gonna force it right through here. He's just gonna throw it over. The player's gonna look to pick it up. And I actually want Team Redwood to win because I want these games to go. I want this to go Game 5. I want to cast a Game 5, and it looks like we're gonna go to. They're gonna be able to force the Game 4, or they're in a good position to try to force the Game 4 as they've scored more, they've scored on the bad side. Well, I think they scored what, a 1? Yeah, Team Gunskill scored a 1. They're gonna look for another one, not gonna be able to find it. And that's where the team may be lacking on Team Gunskill. When you gotta score those ones. You gotta be able to lay them down. If you're not able to hit your ones, especially on this map where most of your points are coming through ones, on like a map like Breach where most of them are coming through twos and not ones, where most of your points are gonna be from twos on a map like Breach or on a map like Evac. But on this map, it's all ones. It's almost all ones. You're gonna see Chris pick up a kill right there, trying to come back or trying to push into the other team's base. Chris gonna pick up another kill, 24 and 16 as he tries to lead his team to victory here. He's gonna make that player weak. He doesn't even have overclock here, and this is like the 4th time he's gotten his heat wave. He's gonna be able to shut down another player. Chris on a spree, on a 3 spree. I want to continue to watch him, but I also want to watch over here to see if they're able to stop it. Quasar, this should be a 1, maybe looking for it to be a 2. And that's where you can't. That's where it can't happen. You cannot get greedy in these situations. That's twice in a row. They've gotten a tad bit greedy. I don't know what that throw was, and it looks like that bad throw might actually be beneficial, as he looked to throw it off. But now they're gonna realize, hey, we just slayed them all out. Maybe now we can wrap. Wiz is gonna be able to shut down 2. Tarek being the last one alive. Tarek's gonna pick up 1. Gonna get shut down by the other one. And we're going to see this player right here, Quasar. Quasar should be able to hit a 2. No, it looks like he's just going to get the 1. And it's not going to fall in. That's 3 times. 3 times, at least 2, where they could have gone for 1s and tried to force 2s. This is the problem with some players on this map. They just try to force too much. They're not going to be able to bring it back if you're sitting here trying to force in the 2s. And you're going to see... I think that was Wizard that got, I don't even know, I don't remember who that was. He got bodied. That like, Xbox record that. JK, we're on PlayStation here. PlayStation Nation for life. Please don't crucify me, PlayStation fans. And we're gonna hop on with Tarek as Tarek's just gonna be trying to hold the ball back here, stall out as much time as possible. He's gonna throw it out, looking to kill that player. He's gonna find the kill. Quasar's gonna find the kill down here. They're gonna have ball control. They need to score 5 points. I'm stupid. I can't count. That's not 5 points. They need to score 3 points. They need to score 3 points, and they'll be able to get this. And I think, see, this is the difference. You saw the other team when they were on good side. They were just trying to run it up the middle. You see this team trying to force it through broken, trying to force it through any way they can. You're gonna see all of those bots come through, and this is game. This is game. We are going to be going to a game 4. You guys will be able to see some CTF action when we go to game 4, as Team Redwood is going to say, no, 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 we're not catching the 3-0. We're going to be able to make the comeback. And don't forget to continue to watch as we see Team Redwood try to force the comeback.
Another win for the Accord. RTB.
You kids can compete.
Okay, guys, I'm back. I had to go for a second there. I'm basically waited for the game to end. Didn't really get to see that final kill cam, but you know, no, you guys don't need me to sitting here telling you what the final kill cam was. Let's hop over to the scoreboard, and we're gonna see Chris really carrying the load for his team. 32 and 20 with 2 carries. Without a throw, he's gonna have 4 points for his team. and everybody else just hitting a 1, doing their job, being able to hit those 1s, being able to secure the win. We're to see Wiz. Wiz is gonna be 28 and 20. He was doing phenomenal with that AR. Not gonna have any points though. They're gonna leave that onto Jimmy hitting 3 throws. Quasar hitting a 1. Quasar should have 2 more carries, as there were at least two times where they could have hit a 1 and they tried to force for the 2, and it just didn't end up working. So that game should have been a lot closer than it actually was at the end. We're going to see UMG, CTF, and are these the same teams? Yeah, I think Jimmy's actually going to end up switching, and yeah, the teams should be the same. So whoo for me, because I know last time the teams were only right for the first game. See guys, I'm doing a much better job. See, as you guys continue to watch, the better the production value gets, clearly. And we're just gonna sit here. I'm gonna eat my food, wait for them to finish the thing, or wait for them to finish a special draft, and then I'll have to commentate over it. If you guys want to know, I'm eating steak right now. Steak is phenomenal. Who doesn't like cows? Where is he? Heatwave, Psychosis, Annihilator, and Tempest. We're gonna see Complex pick up that Annihilator, as it seems like he wasn't really feeling the scythe last game. It was kind of obvious that he wasn't feeling the scythe. Once again, I want Team Redwood to win this game too, because I want to see that Game 5 S&D. I want to see this go into the CDF. We're gonna see knowing Complex is usually the shot caller. He's just gonna tell him to push tracks. Hopefully he'll be able to pick up some kills. They are gonna end up getting traded out though.
Enemy flag acquired.
Wade's gonna sneak right through. He's gonna immediately pull that track. So there's a player right there. Will We'd be able to find it? Nope, he's gonna get shot on the back. I think that was a corner maneuver. I kind of see why you should kill the first one, but there's a ledge slide right there that leads you right into Little Room. You get down tracks, you're gonna have some support from your team. They're gonna be able to help you. They're basically gonna be able to help you get away. You're gonna see Complex clunking over here with that Annihilator, or with that Seraph. I'm pretty sure that's what it's called, the Pistol Girl. Pretty sure it's called the Seraph. You're gonna see legit. He's 100% gonna see that player, and the other player saw him. It's Weed. We're gonna be looking for legit to hopefully get the kill. The team, or the side that's favorable right now, is the side that Team Gunskill is on. The side that Team Gunskill is on is gonna be the favorable side, and we're gonna be looking for them to pull out the most flags here. Because the side that they're on, they have all that cover while trying to pull it back. They once they get it, they basically just need to get it out of barn into tracks, and it's almost a pull. Because at that point, you can't be blocked by scorch streaks. Scorch streaks aren't able to shut you down. Yeah, scorch streaks aren't able to shut you down. You can have people set up there watching your back. And, you can have your AR set up there just looking down those long lines of sight. But most of the slaying Complex yet to find a kill, actually. We're gonna be on Complex's search for a kill. 0-3. Will he ever be able to find a kill? 0-3. Started off 0-2. And just looking at this, Tarek actually getting into many of engagements. 3 and 4. Complex did find a kill. As soon as I go, Complex ends up finding a kill. I actually want to hop onto the Wizard. Wizard already has 8 kills. This short in the game, 8 and 5, looks like he's just really running in, picking up kills, and then getting out. Was just gonna be able to find one, shoot him in the side right there, and it looks like, I don't know if something messed up. Something messed up on his controller, but he's gonna be shot in the back. Probably could have gotten away if something like that didn't end up happening. You're gonna see all these. Who is this player right here? That's what I want to know. Who is that player? Oh, that was just a Psychosis drone. Okay, that's why it wouldn't let me lock onto it. And we're gonna see Killer gonna pop his Psychosis drones. They're gonna go everywhere, gonna cause a little bit of chaos. He's gonna hold it. That's gonna be an easy kill for Killer, and you're gonna see the other team just try to overextend. And this should be a cap, as Wiz is just gonna sit here, go ham on the other team. I don't know why they're sitting there trying to slay out. For Team Redwood, at that point, you really just need to try to rush down tracks. You kind of just gotta ignore everyone, gonna grab the flag and hopefully cut them off. You're gonna see Complex. Complex starting off 0-3. Now 2-3, but he got streaks. Well, at 2-3, 2-4 now. So off of 2 kills, he got streaks. That shows you just how much playing the objective can get you in this. Complex only has 6 engagements. Almost 4 minutes into the game, and Complex only has 6 engagements. If you're voting for Team Redwood like I am, don't fret, because they're on bad side. If they're somehow able to cap this, even with that player there, oh my lord, don't let this be a cap. Oh my lord, this is gonna end up being a cap. This is a cap. This is a cap. This is a cap. This is a cap. If this isn't a cap, I'm gonna be disappointed. Yeah, it's gonna be tied game. They're on bad side too. Chris was able to run in there, pull the flag, kill the guy, and get out. You can't let that happen, especially with only a minute left. I think at that point you kind of got to play slower, and he literally just let him walk right on by. Pulled it on the unfavorable side, and was still, once again, just able to walk right on by. And you're going to see Jimmy over here looking for some easy pulls. Looking for some easy pulls, trying to get this easy W. Jimmy's movement right there. That's the way you want to move fast. Not gonna get spotted by that player in Little Room, and I think Chris should be near some streaks. Yeah, Chris actually gonna end up being 3 kills off his Wraith if he's able to find these. I feel like he needs to. I feel like right now, when there's only 9 seconds left, he needs to run out, kill someone, and then stall it the rest of the time. Yeah, he's gonna kill one. So I'm not sure if he saw the second one there. He definitely knows he's there now, and he's 2 kills off a Wraith. 2 kills off a Wraith, guys. I'm not sure if you guys realize that, but you saw how much Quasar's Wraith did in the first and on the evac, and that's in hardpoint. How it just pulled their team ahead. The Wraith, that's gonna stop every cap. If they try to cap it, oh nope. Hey, look, there's a Wraith. Nope, you're not pulling it. Especially now when they're on the favorable side where they can pull it tracks, while the other team is forced to pull it through the yard. That Wraith will be really helpful. I want to hop on with Chris here. Chris just going to pull out an M8. He is a sub player. Not sure if this is the greatest idea. I feel like he'd stick to the weapon that he was doing better with. But you're going to see him pull out an M8. He's going to be looking for the kills. As he so desperately wants this Wraith. He's 2 kills away. His team's going to drop. They're going to be spawning back up and turtling their base. He's going to see one. And this is why he's a sub and not an AR. Missing shots like that, that's why he's a sub and not an AR. Were those some hard shots to hit? Yeah. But should you hit at least one of them? Yeah. I'm not sure if he realizes he's not going to be able to get a lot of kills by just sitting back here. Just sitting back here. He's not going to get a lot of kills. He's on the more defensive side. That's a gunfight that he has to win. He's going to pick that up over Complex. Looking for another kill. There's a player right here that I feel like could walk right into him. It's Weed. He's definitely going to see that player. This is a gunfight that Weed needs to win. I'm not sure if Weed realizes it, but that was a gunfight that probably just ended it. Chris is just going to immediately throw down his Wraith. Not even think about where he's going to put it. I'm pretty sure that's also the smartest thing you can do with the Wraith. Just slam it down because the Wraith moves around at all the entire time. And Chris's Wraith is going to get 2, and this ought to be a pull. They're just going to be sitting in here. They're gonna Hellstorm the Wraith. Chris's Wraith, I'm not sure if it shot a car and blew him up, or if Chris threw a grenade and blew up the car. They're gonna be able to put it. I think they honestly just need to leave the flag right there. Chris is gonna kill his teammate with the lightning strike. Weed gonna heat wave. I'm pretty sure we just heat waved his teammate. And they're literally just sitting here doing everything they can to make sure that their flag isn't pulled while this Wraith is up. Now, if Chris is able to get a Wraith, and they're not going to get a single flag capture out of it, it's going to be kind of depressing, as Complex is going to look to just get around. Complex, why would you do that? You know there's a Wraith in the sky. That's an immediate cap. And this player right here, no. Does he not realize he just needs to sit here and look? The other team's pulling it that way. He's going to get shut down. Still going to end up being in cap. And I think that's where Team Redwood is going to pull ahead. Chris's Wraith is going to give them the win. Chris has 24 kills. The next closest person in the lobby is Weed with 16. Chris and Weed really leading their teams to victory in the respawns. I predicted them to take the W for this. Now the question is, in that Wraith, they were only able to get one cap. Wiz is gonna pull the flag. Should be shut down immediately thanks to a heat wave. That's exactly what's gonna happen. Nobody there to help, and it's almost like they didn't pull the flag at all. We look at returns. You see that Team gunskill has pulled the flag a whole lot more often than Team Redwood has. Showing that whenever Team Redwood pulls the flag, they're pulling it effectively.
We have the enemy flag.
And really being able to get away with it. But the thing is, do I think you need to focus on pulling it effectively instead of just willy-nilly pulling the flag? Yeah, but I also think if you pull the flag enough, they're gonna have too much pressure on their base to be able to go in. And Complex actually whipped at that Annihilator, as you see it in the kill feed. I want to see if he's able to. I feel like if he doesn't go and try to play for this, I'm gonna be a little bit disappointed. He's gonna throw down his Psychosis bots. Here comes Jimmy. Jimmy's gonna be looking to kill him, and they're actually gonna set up so many people back here. Oh! And Jimmy's able to sneak right by all of them, and Team Gunskill's gonna be able to tie up the game. Oh no, but they're immediately counterpulling the flag. This is huge kills from Jimmy. And they're gonna pull it right. Oh no, they're pulling it right towards it. And there's three of them. There's three of them and only one of them. And they're actually gonna pick up an even bigger. They're gonna get an even bigger lead. He's gonna drop a Wraith for the L. He's gonna drop a Wraith for the L. No, they're gonna be able to get that. Team Gunskill now up 3-2. And that's gonna be a loss. I've never seen somebody get costed almost as bad as he just got costed. They're just gonna be focused on trying to force the flag pull. Complex gonna call in his streaks now, and you're gonna see Legit leave the game as Legit realizes it's all over. Killer realizes it's all over, and it's just Tarek and Chris. Complex didn't even have to call in the Serbi. He was saving it for overtime. Oh my lord, what did we just witness? We just watched Team Gunskill get wraithed on. We watched Chris drop a Wraith, 29 and 16, a Wraith. I'm not sure if you guys realize how important that is, but that's like, what, 1,300 points? Or no, Rams is 1,300. That's like 1,100 points. That's an 11 kill streak against good players. He dropped a Wraith for the L. A Wraith. He dropped a Wraith, and they were only able to get one cap out of it. A Wraith, guys. Yeah, you see Hydra put in the chat right there. I'm not sure if you guys see it, but Hydra just put in the chat saying Chris got costed. Chris got completely costed, dropping a Wraith for the L. A Wraith. I don't understand how you allow something like that to happen. I don't understand how you allow somebody to drop a Wraith on you for the loss. I don't think I've ever been this confused. He dropped a Wraith for the loss. Like, maybe in Hardpoint it makes sense, but in CTF? No. No. In CTF... Because, like, in Hardpoint, it's never impossible for you to come back. Or, I guess, technically it's impossible. There are some circumstances where it's impossible for you to come back. But, most of the time, unless there's less than... if there's more than 20 seconds left, it's almost never impossible for you to come back. Like, it's always possible. But, here... But in CTF, you can get a lead where it's actually impossible to come back. And how did Chris manage to get a Wraith and lose? He literally got a bird that flies around in the air and just kills everything it sees. For the here's what they did wrong. So Chris gets his Wraith, and they're all playing kind of slow. At that point, it doesn't matter how many people you have left. They still had people sitting in their base trying to like protect the flag. You don't need to do that. You literally need to send everybody there because the Wraith is going to kill the person that grabs the flag on the opposite side. You just need to throw your entire team at them and to be able to pull the flag. Especially when you know their whole team is camping in barn. Here's what you do. Here's what you do in that situation. You push through field. You grab the flag. You pull it back through field. They're going to end up going through tracks because you know they're sitting in the barn. So you can grab it, turn around, and get out. And get out while all being protected by the Wraith. They can't chase you down. You're gonna be forced to go. The other team's gonna be forced to go through 10 or through what is that called? Through the whatchamacallit? Through tracks. And you know they're all coming through tracks. You maybe have one player lead the pack. You have them pre-aim that. Even then, I don't even think you need them to pre-aim that because there's a Wraith there. There's a Wraith that was just sloppy play. And it 100% looked like it was going game 5. That was one of the sloppiest CTFs I've ever seen. Where from one team, from one team's perspective, that was completely sloppy. That was Lord, do I have the hiccups? That was an unnecessary loss. That's a situation where you have to win that every single time. Well, guys, I've been SPK, and I'm going to end the stream there off of that. That's a situation where you just have to win. You can't lose in that situation. I've been SPK, and I'm out. Peace, guys.